How's everyone doing? My name is Jimmy Lee. I'm with Fitness Culture. I'm here to introduce the Fatboys Weight Loss Challenge with Richard Walker and Hector Hernandez. A little bit about this weight loss challenge before I even get started with this interview with these guys is that they decided to not only challenge themselves as a Texan and a Cowboys fan, but just to change their lifestyles in the next 90 days to see who loses the most weight, body fat, and inches. The reason why we want to focus on taking these measurements is because anyone can get on the scale and see that they lost 10, 15 pounds, but you're really not changing your lifestyle for the better. You want to build muscle to help you burn off body fat. That right there is the most important thing. So what I'm going to be doing for the next 90 days is making sure that I measure these guys every 2 weeks, making sure that they eat clean and their workout regimen and program is done the right way. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our athletes. Richard.
Okay.
Richard, what is the reason that really pushed you and motivated you to do this? What made you decide that you wanted to take this next step on this competition?
Well, as it pertains to this weight loss challenge, I don't see this as a so much of a challenge. I see this as this is the gateway to a new lifestyle.
Right.
Because a little bit about me, I was at the 2012 NFL Combine, the oldest guy to ever be invited to NFL Combine, by the way. But I've been up and down on the weight scale, especially recently. When I went into that combine, I was 50 pounds lighter than I am now. I went with the mindset of, at the time when I got the invitation, I was 370 pounds. And I got the invitation in November. And I showed up February 4th, 2012 at 310 pounds.
Wow.
So I dropped 60 pounds in a little over 90 days. But two things that helped me to be successful for that short period of time, but I lost track of it because first and foremost, I just had a goal just to get to the combine and be at or around 310 to 315 pounds. I didn't think anything outside of that. I didn't think about, what's going to happen afterwards, what's going to happen if I don't make a team, what's going to happen, long term. All I was thinking about was that one day. I didn't eat, I didn't do anything else but focus on that one date. And of course, I went out there and I think I'm proud of what I did. I think all the scouts agree that I have the potential future as a Hall of Fame in sports broadcasting. That's why I'm doing sports broadcasting now. So, but I made the mistake of not thinking forward. And to me, the biggest mistake I made was not including God in my plans.
Amen.
And that I didn't consult with him to ask him if that was something that I should be doing. I didn't ask for his help and his support and his guidance and his, to give me strength to continue. And, afterwards, like everybody else, we go through a lot of things in life. I went through a divorce afterwards. A lot of other things, come up. And then it got to a point where I started to make excuses where I'm not going to work out today. Hey, I don't need to work out today. I'm just going to have a beer here. Just have a little chicken wings here. I'm going to go hang out with the fellas instead of working out here. I'm going to do this then. And next thing you know, it became like a snowball kind of thing where I got to the point to where I was not only inactive, but I was also not eating right as well.
Right.
So 50 pounds came back like just as fast as they went off because it was a crash diet and I didn't change my lifestyle. I didn't change my mentality. So the approach that I'm taking now, and it's been such a blessing to meet you, and then of course my boy Hector. We've been going at it for years, talking about Cowboys and Texans, and Hector's had his challenges with weight as well, and we always saw each other going through these struggles. But at the same time, we're also avid sports fans, so we always give each other the business about each other's teams. Like, I'm nervous every Sunday. Like, I hope my team don't lose, so I have to hear with from Hector. You know what I'm saying? He's likewise.
Yeah.
But we decided that this is the opportunity, and we just exchanging wits one day, and he was talking about he wanted to lose weight, and I was dealing with the same thing. We were both struggling. We both having plateaus, and things just weren't going right. I tried several other crash diets, and nothing was working. It's like I kept hitting the wall. It's like, what's wrong? I need something to give me that fuel, to get this done. And we was exchanging bars one day right after he commented about, he wanted to lose some more weight, like he was hitting a plateau. And I was like, bing, there it is. And see, this is what I'm talking about. When you include God in your plans, that wasn't my vision. I mean, I like to think that I'm a pretty sharp guy, but I don't think that this whole weight loss challenge was a Richard Walker vision. I honestly think that this is something that God handed to us to say, hey, this is who you are. I'm going to put this in your plan around who I made you to be, so that it will work for you. And so by giving me that piece to work with, and then I shared it with Hector, it was like right away, like, yeah, let's do this. We're gonna push each other. So, he made us closer. He given us a support system, which is also something I didn't have.
Right.
The last time, and now, Hector, kind of said the same things. You got to have somebody there,
Right.
To help support you and get you through the good times, the bad times, and if I would have had that support system in place, I wouldn't have been able to make those excuses and say, "Oh, I'm not going to work out today," and this, that, and the other. So, I'm thankful. I'm blessed that I have that now.
Right.
And we exchange wits all the time. You guys, if you guys go to the YouTube page or to the Facebook page, you'll see some of the witty videos that Hector and I put together. But it's all about we're pushing each other.
Right.
Because the way I see it is, there's no way to lose this challenge.
Right.
One way or another. We complete our goals where we won, regardless. And we're just using this as the fuel to ignite each other and keep each other going. So I'm thankful for it. I think it's a huge blessing.
Right. That's awesome, man. So Hector, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you the same question, man. What motivated you? What made you decide that you wanted to take this challenge? That this is something I need to do.
Well, a few years back, actually, I mean, like I said, I've always wanted to lose weight. I was back and forth, like he says, often on the scale. It actually got to the point in my wedding day, like around my wedding time was at '09 when I got married, man. I was close to 400 pounds, and I actually got diagnosed with diabetes type 2, and my sugar glucose was like 756. I've never been cussed out by a doctor, but that was the first day when he was like, "What the F are you, what's your problem?" And I'm like, well, I didn't think there was nothing wrong with me. Well, right then and there, I actually started, that was my first jump start to wanting to get better and realizing, man, I'm about to have a family. I'm about to, my kids I have a little girl about to be born, so I immediately tried to change. I went down from almost 400 pounds to 309. But after that, it was more of all my friends, instead of encouraging me and pushing me, "Oh, man, it's okay. You can have a beer. It ain't going to hurt you. You can have buffalo wings is my weakness. That's what I do." So I'm like, everybody's telling me, "Man, it ain't gonna hurt you, man. Just enjoy it, enjoy it." Well, enjoying it got me back to almost 370. I can actually say now I'm 311 now. I actually dropped a few pounds since I started trying to do good. But I mean, this here, it's the motivations, like you said, is my family, and like Richard said also, God. I'm starting, my new chapter in my life by accepting God in my life, which I'd never had. I mean, I go to fitness culture and love culture, and that's like with Pete and Maggie, Jimmy, and everybody there. It's like the most positive thing I could go, have in my life at the moment. And the fact that I had Richard pushing me by posting these hilarious videos on Facebook, and I'm very excited about what's in our future, in both our futures, hell, all our futures, really. Just like I said before, I mean, with God, anything is possible, and I think that our goals, our mindsets right now, it's no what's stopping us whatsoever.
A little bit about this weight loss challenge before we even get started asking these guys this interview is the reason why I was invited here today was because I came from being a big boy. I used to weigh 305 pounds before I just decided that I needed to change my lifestyle. With hard work, dedication, the right nutrition, and the right guidance and motivation, that really guided me and helped me get to where I am today. I now own fitness culture, and I'm constantly seeing different people come in and different changes in everybody's lives as far as spiritually, physically, and even like mentally. These guys are tough. These guys are working hard, and it's just a passion of mine to see these people lose weight. So for the next 90 days, Hector and Richard will be with me. I'll be measuring their body fat, their weight, and their inches that they lost. Reason being is the most important thing is you want to have these guys see the changes in their body, not of the weight, but because of the body fat that they lose. So with that being said, guys, Richard, so what's your motivation? What's going to keep you going from here on out that you won't stop? What you backslid from the first time? What's different this time?
I think what's different this time, like I said before, first and foremost, having God involved in this plan, because that to me, that's the biggest mistake I made in my life was, planning my life or doing things I want to do without involving Him. So that's the first and foremost thing. Secondly, having the support, to keep, because these is gonna be some rough times, man. I mean, as you don't just get up one day and say, hey, I'm gonna be healthy and fit and never have any type of pitfalls or any type of challenges. I always think of that. There's this picture that they show where people think that success is a straight line, but it's really like this,
right?
But I think of that as well. You need somebody that's there to help, push you through all this, and not just you guys. Several of my friends, have been supportive with this as well. So my family, my kids even, there's a lot of support. So they're all involved in this. And I see this as, not just a date. This is not February 4th, 2012. This is the rest of my life, the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, God, please, years, however long, He decides to keep me here. I see this as, what it's going to be like for me going forward. So this is the beginning of that. And, I'm committed to this. Not saying that I'm perfect by any means, I know I'm going to have some pitfalls, but at the same time, I know I got enough people there when I fall that's here to catch me too.
Awesome. So Hector, what's your motivation, man? After hearing what Richard had to say, what's going to keep you from going on, moving forward, that knowing that you're not going to backslide, you're going to keep this going on? What motivates you, man?
The fact that I have to, if I lose, I have to wear those colors. It's the number one thing. I actually think I look really good in red and not blue.
Better with this.
No. No, the thing that's going to keep me motivated, man, once again, is my family. Of course, God. I met the most, it's the people that surround you also. The people that surround you is what's going to help you push you and everything. And I mean, I'm not just saying this. I mean, I love everybody at Fitness Culture. And like I said, they actually helped me out with getting God back in my life with Love Culture. And it's like the most inspiring thing that I could ever, been through. I mean, the way I was contacted, the way I started doing Fitness Culture was by faith on accident. So it's a whole nother story. But like I said, what's going to keep me going, man, is just keep pushing forward, having the positive people around me. Once again, God, we can't say that enough. God is going to be the number one reason why we're doing this. And for ourselves, of course. And I don't know about Richard. Well, actually, I do know about Richard. We want to be here a long time with our families.
Yeah.
And all I know is that I'm ready to work. I was thinking about doing something in the back right now, some push-ups or something. Now, all right, cool. Yeah, that's it, man. I mean,
Call him out.
Also, I want to do a friendly challenge for some cross-training workout with Mr. Richard here, who likes to say that, my workouts are cute. So hopefully he takes the challenge on that too.
Well, of course, as a Cowboys fan, I have no problem whatsoever accepting your challenge. In fact, I'll exceed your challenge as we typically do. My brother, you guys like to talk. You see it in all my videos. I like the phrase, you like to run your mouth. it's like my tagline in all my videos.
Yeah.
I say Texas fans like to run their mouth.
That big old quilt you got on.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, that's a toga, sir. I actually got that from a Texas fan, my girl Natasha Cranberry. She could say it's a toga. She said it's a.
She's a smart girl though. Right?
She's
a smart one.
She said it's a loser's toga.
Okay.
But
Good.
It's a winner's toga. You'll see that. You guys are gonna see that too. But it's all good, And more so than anything else, I think something else that we want everyone else to take away from this is like we want to be a source of inspiration for the people. And Christopher,
Yeah, Christopher
contact
Murphy.
Christopher Murphy, was inspired by us, and he's getting himself together and changing his lifestyle. So we hope that if we touch one people, and we touch 1 million people, you know, just get healthy. First of all, include him in your plans. Second of all, make a decision to do something for yourself, for your family, and change takes time. It takes struggle. It takes perseverance. It takes strength. You're gonna have battles that you go through. Build a support system, kind of like what we're doing here, and you got a bunch of people pulling in the same direction. That's how you gain momentum. So we hope that somebody takes this and improves their fitness and their well-being and their overall life.
So it sounds to me like these two already won the competition, no matter who finishes last. If you want to continue to follow this weight loss challenge, just look us up on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or Twitter, Fatboys Weight Loss Challenge, and it'll also be posted on the screen shortly. So thank you for tuning in with us, guys, and have a great day.